Today, I'd like to share with you one of our favorite tips for learning English. It almost makes you forget that you're studying and gives you excellent results. It's learning English with a TV series, but in a way that really works. I bet someone has already told you to watch movies and TV in English, specifically to watch the TV show Friends in English. So many English learners have received that advice. Maybe you tried to watch it and realized it wasn't easy and you didn't really understand much. That made you feel discouraged and you probably gave up, right? Trust me, you're not the only one. And today, I'm going to tell you a better way to learn English with movies and TV. First, an important note. You can't only use TV and movies to learn English. You have to use a variety of resources in order to be successful. This is especially important if you're a beginner or low intermediate level. So, what's a more effective way to learn English using the TV series Friends or any other TV? For a lot of people, Friends can be really difficult to understand. Chandler, Joey, Monica, a variety of accents, and they speak really quickly. They also use a lot of informal expressions that you won't normally see in a textbook or in a classroom. So, why am I telling you this? If you watched an episode of Friends in English and you didn't really understand much or had a lot of difficulty, it's not you that's the problem. The problem is that the TV series is not what you need at your current level. Plus, you might not be using the right method. If you want to use a TV series to improve your level in English, it's important to make sure that what you choose is the right level of difficulty. That way you can make sure it's not too easy for you. Because if it's too easy, you won't learn anything. But if it's too hard, you'll get discouraged very quickly. And obviously, that's not the goal. To find a series that's appropriate for your level, we suggest to start on YouTube. Watch some short clips from a few different TV series to see what you understand. It's important to do this part without subtitles. And by the way, you don't have to watch Friends if it's not something that you enjoy. In the episode notes, you'll find a ton of links to series that we recommend. So, you're on the couch, you're ready to watch Friends or any other appropriately challenging series that you've chosen, and you need some more tips to do it the right way. I keep saying to watch these shows in English and not in your native language. So, you might be wondering, should I turn on the subtitles in English when I'm watching or not? The short answer is no subtitles. Why? Well, the reason is pretty simple. If there's text on the screen, you'll read it. This turns your listening comprehension activity into more of a reading comprehension activity. And for that, you can just pick up a magazine or a book or maybe even read an article online. With subtitles on, your listening comprehension will improve much more slowly. However, following along without subtitles when you're a beginner can be really difficult. So, here are our golden rules. Subtitles in your native language are forbidden. If you really want to use them, only turn them on for a few episodes just to get familiar with the series. If they're on, try not to look at them the whole time. If you leave the subtitles on forever, you're only watching the series for fun, and you're not really using it as a learning tool. We say yes to English subtitles in the beginning. English subtitles can be really useful crutches in the beginning when you're just starting a new series. We encourage you to use them with the goal of learning repeated vocabulary. And again, try not to spend the whole time reading them. And finally, it's important to stop using subtitles as soon as possible. This should be your number one goal. As we say in English, no pain, no gain. So, it's important to not use subtitles, even if you don't understand everything 100%. This means you really have to make an effort or even suffer just a little bit in order to improve your listening comprehension. So, if you don't use subtitles, how will you understand anything? Well, preparation is key. This means that you should learn vocabulary from the episode before you watch it. I'm going to explain the method that we created in order to help you learn English with TV series. It includes 4 steps. Step 1. Assess the difficulty of the first episode only. To start, watch the first episode without subtitles for the first 15 minutes. You're going to find it really difficult, and that's totally fine. This is just to measure whether or not the show is suited to your current English level. Step 2. Prepare well. So, we have 2 options here. Option number 1. If you understand more than 50% and you feel like the show is enjoyable, you can continue watching. But we recommend adding English subtitles to the episode. That way, you can read them very quickly to identify key expressions that you might not understand. Now, option 2. If you understand less than 50% and maybe you're not enjoying the series so much, you can try this other method. You can read a summary of the show on the internet in English. To find a summary, it's super easy. Just search on Google, series name, the episode number, the season number, and plot summary. For example, for the first episode of Friends, I would Google Friends, episode 1, season 1, plot summary. You can also watch the show with subtitles in your native language. This is an exception to the rule, and it won't really help you progress in English very much, but at least you'll know the story and it'll be a little bit easier to understand the next time you watch it without your native subtitles. Step 3, memorize key expressions. Thanks to subtitles, it's super easy to identify different vocabulary or maybe key expressions that you don't really know yet. You can write it in a notebook, maybe on your phone or on your computer, and that way you can practice memorizing. If you use our apps, we definitely recommend to make flashcards. This will 100% help you memorize them faster. And step 4, watch the episode without subtitles. You should be super proud of yourself when you understand something, but don't worry about the rest of it. Listening without subtitles is super important for your learning, and even if you don't understand everything at the beginning, it will get better gradually. This method might seem a bit laborious, but I promise it's worth it, especially if you repeat the activity regularly. This is the same method that we use for a special course that we've created called MOSA Series, The Man with No Name. It's a series developed by the MOSAlingua team to help beginners and low intermediate level students improve their listening comprehension. The first episodes are pretty simple, but they get more difficult as your confidence gets better. If you're interested, the link is in the description. Thanks for listening. To find out the next steps in our step-by-step English series, remember to follow our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing.